What's up, people? All right, today I'm going to the customer where I parked my truck to get my truck, and I found a new potential customer. So I was on Craigslist. A lot of you guys were asking, how do I find direct shipper loads? And there's multiple ways. You can start by looking on Indeed for jobs in trucking, or Craigslist in trucking, and that's what I did on this one. You can also just simply, you see these industrial buildings, you can go to places, you can drive around your local area or places you've already picked up and delivered to. But if you haven't, just drive around your local area, look for docks, look for like kind of smaller companies, like little factories, and make sure they have semi-truck docks and stuff, and just go up in there and literally either cold call them, get their number, or go on and knock on their door. Knocking on their door and showing them your face, that you're a local, is the best. And that's what I did for this flower company. And a lot of these locals will want to work with you, with us little people, us little trucking companies, because they like to see local be successful. So, but on this one that I'm going to today, it's a farm in Zealand, and basically I was on Craigslist looking at trucking jobs, and I seen this kind of like just a company looking for farm work, and they were looking for a driver, and they were paying pretty good. And I was like, hey, I'm just curious, I'm not really to be stuck here. Anyways, I had emailed them and I said, hey, I'm just curious, I was noticing you were looking for some drivers, and I have my own little trucking company, just one truck and trailer, and I was curious if maybe you guys had any local contract work that I could haul for you guys. And they surprisingly emailed me back and says, yes, absolutely. So basically we got to talking, and they said, come meet me at the farm, at my farm, Saturday if you can. So I got to meet them there at 11. And so let's go do this. Let's go try to get some more work lined up. When you work for yourself, you can't just let life happen to you. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be able to make it out of there. I was a little worried there for a second. Alright. Hey, you can't just let life happen to you, man. The rates suck right now. So you got to go out there and try to find your own work. And even if the rates were good, you still need to always be doing that. Like, I got these flower loads, but these are seasonal. So, and they don't pay the greatest. So you always got to be making moves and trying to do what's best for you and your company, and at the same rate building great relationships. So like I was saying, right now we're going to meet with a potentially new customer, and hopefully it goes okay. I always hate, like, you know, cold calling or door knocking, like going places you've never been or talking to people you've never talked to. But it's in those uncomfortable situations where you grow as an individual, you grow as a business person. And so, like, if you're gonna be a trucking company, like, don't just rely on the spot market. The spot market is great, don't get me wrong. I ran my business on that for quite a long time, or, you know, a few years, so a couple years. So you can definitely do it, but running on the spot market, you're at the mercy of the cycles, you know. And right now we're in a horrible downturn in trucking, and basically in a freight recession. The spot market and the contract market has tanked to historically low levels. The capacity, people like me and you and even bigger companies are going to start exiting the market. They're going to start selling off their equipment. People are going to go bankrupt. People are getting out of the trucking business. And as that happens, the market will slowly start to flip, because that's the biggest reason right now that the shippers have the upper hand, the brokers have the upper hand, is because there's too much capacity. Too many trucks came into the market when the freight rates were good, and now they got to go. So just try to go out there, go local, go to your local places, and just get your name out. Just say, hey, I'm just a small little owner operator. I'm looking for some dedicated freight. Do you have any extra shipments that you need moved that I could help serve, you know, that I could help you and serve you? And I think you'd be surprised. I mean, the first one I went to, I got work, and I've been doing it ever since. And then this one I'm going to now, I don't know how this is going to work. So this is farm. I do have my tanker endorsement, and I used to haul dairy. This will be hauling dairy in a tanker. But also another thing is no way stations and less traffic, because it's pretty much going through back roads, state highways. So let's go see how this works out, and hopefully we land a new customer in this freight recession. Yeah, another thing is they asked me to bring my truck, because I was just gonna go, I was just gonna go in my car, my personal car, because why bring my truck if I don't have to? But they requested that I bring my truck, so I'm assuming that they might like inspect my truck to see if like it meets their standards. So there's the farm that we're meeting them at. So we'll go up in here, and I'm assuming that's one of the tankers that we're gonna be or if we do contract with them. We'll see how this goes. I'm a little nervous. No, it's not that big of a deal, man. Like, you do it for your family. You do it what you gotta do to keep business running. Looks like a pretty decent sized operation. So let's do this.
Turn right, then you will arrive at your destination.
Wow, you guys. I'm like overfilled with joy right now. I can't even explain it. That conversation, I'm getting back to the flower company where I parked my truck. We were talking about like what to do in this freight recession, and a couple of my subscribers were like, how do you get direct shipper freight? You know, how do you find direct customers? And this is a perfect example, guys. Just like I did this flower company, I went knocking on their door. You got to put yourself out there. You can't just keep doing the same stuff. You can't just live off of the spot market and rely on freight brokers. Go do what they're doing. Do what they do. Go be the person and knock on that dang door and say, do you have any extra freight? Yeah, you have to go through, so like you're gonna have to keep up on your billing and invoicing. That's the only difference. Like the brokers, they do all the dispatching, and you know, they'll send you an invoice, or you send them the rate but it's really not that hard. Like with these guys, the flower company, I just every week I invoice them for the loads I did, and then I keep track of that in my software of when they paid me and when they haven't, and I don't have to pay a factoring fee. You know what I mean? So you're saving more, and you're actually building a business. Like, you know, I don't care. Like, here's the thing. At the end of the day, you have your family to feed. You have this business. Who cares how small you are? Everybody started out somewhere. And like, just go out there and be aggressive and be respectful and do what you say and say what you do. So I was on Craigslist just looking at the job market for trucking locally. I've done this before because it's a good indicator of whether a company might need your help. And so go on Craigslist in your local area, go on the transportation jobs, and just start scrolling through there. Just so like this is the Craigslist app. Go to your local area, go to jobs, go to transportation, that's for trucking, and then I usually put local. My phone is not working good at all right now. Local, yeah, just put local, because it'll understand, the algorithm will understand. And then you just go through, like, you go through some of these. Obviously, some of these are going to be big companies, and they're probably not going to want to give you extra freight, but you could still call them, you know, because if they're in the, obviously trucking companies are always hiring. So the easiest way is just to go around locally and go to places like where I'm at right now, or the farm where I was. And if you see semi trucks and trailer docks, go in there and be like, hey, just like I did here. I walked in their office and said, hi, sorry to bother you guys, but I'm just a local owner operator, and I'm looking to see if I can work for some local companies directly, if I could pull some extra freight. And they're like, absolutely, pulled me in the office, and then we chatted, and that's how I got this. And then I did the same thing with the farm stuff, which is way better than this, but I'm still thankful for this. And just like local tractor trailer position. And then you see, you know, you can see that they're looking for employees. So obviously they have extra freight, but still it's always worth a try. So, and that's what I did with this farm. I just found a local ad in Craigslist and I shot them an email. And let me go to my email. Yep, right here. Craigslist. See, you guys can see it right here. Hold on, the original email right here. So it says, good evening. I seen your ad on Craigslist, and I was just curious if you guys have any work for a local owner operator to contract with seasonally. I have a day cab tractor and currently only have a dry van, but could get a tank. I do have my tanker endorsement. I'm hauling mostly flowers and auto parts right now. Look forward to hearing back. And they sent me something back and said, yes, we are looking for an owner operator. I have 2 tankers that I need pulled, milk, animal feed for my farms in Michigan and Indiana. If you want, we can meet Saturday. Boom. And then absolutely, I was there. I met him today and it went amazing. And I just feel like this relationship is what's gonna, it could be the next stepping stone for my company. So I'm super excited, and I'll have more to share with you guys on Monday, and I hope you all are. I believe the freight market is finally seeing a bottom in the rates for the spot market. So if you're still running your trucks solely on the spot market, I think things are going to start looking up. All right, we'll catch you on the flip side, guys. Peace.